Steeped in history, Charleston, South Carolina is a city that whispers stories of the past. Come with us as we explore Charleston, where the southern hospitality is as warm as the summer breeze. The first stop on our tour is one of the most popular in Charleston. It is Rainbow Row. Rainbow Row is made up of 13 homes constructed originally in the late 1700s. After the Civil War, this area of Charleston fell into disrepair and was considered a slum. Beginning in the 1920s and 30s, these homes were purchased over the years and restored to their former glory. Constructed on an artificial island in Charleston Harbor, Fort Sumter is most famously known as the site of the beginning of the U.S. Civil War in 1861. On April 12, 1861, the Confederate batteries opened fire on the fort and continued the bombardment for 34 continuous hours. The Union forces inside the fort did not have supplies or ammunition to continue the fight. The next day, the commander of Fort Sumter negotiated its surrender, which included the evacuation of all personnel. Despite the severity of the bombardment, no Union troops lost their lives in the battle. The evacuated garrison was taken to New York City, where they received a parade down Broadway. In September of 1863, the Union forces attempted to recapture Fort Sumter but were repulsed. Fort Sumter remained in Confederate hands until February of 1865. The city of Charleston, along with Fort Sumter, were abandoned by the Confederates as the Union Army under General William Tecumseh Sherman advanced through South Carolina. Today, of course, Fort Sumter is a national park offering tours to the public. Nearby Fort Moultrie is also part of the same national park. Fort Moultrie was originally constructed to defend Charleston Harbor during the American Revolution. In June of 1776, 9 Royal Navy ships attacked the fort. The day-long battle ended with the heavily damaged Royal Navy ships departing the area. During the American Civil War, the fort was evacuated prior to the Battle of Fort Sumter as it was considered indefensible from land. Before I forget, I do feel this would not be a proper YouTube video if I did not at least once remind you to please like, share, and subscribe. The Ravenel Bridge is a cable-stayed bridge over the Cooper River in Charleston. With a main span of 1,546 feet, it is the third longest cable-stayed bridge in the Western Hemisphere. The final stop on our tour of Charleston is Patriot's Point's Naval and Maritime Museum. The centerpiece of the museum is the USS Yorktown, a retired U.S. Navy aircraft carrier originally built during World War II. Moored alongside the Yorktown is also the USS Laffey. The Yorktown was launched in January of 1943. It served in the Pacific Theater during the Second World War. She served in many battles in the latter half of the war, including battles around the Philippines, Okinawa, and Iwo Jima. Shortly after the war, the Yorktown was decommissioned and placed into reserve fleet. She was reactivated from reserve on the 2nd of January 1953 and was decommissioned finally in June of 1970. She spent many of these years obviously off the coast of Vietnam in support of the Vietnam War, as well as some duty off the Korean Peninsula. One unique duty was in December of 1968, the Yorktown was a recovery vehicle for the command module from Apollo 8. And here's a photograph of the command module on the deck of the USS Yorktown. One more unique duty of the Yorktown was in 1970, she served as a platform for filming of the movie Tora, Tora, Tora. The USS Laffey that's moored alongside the Yorktown is most famous for a battle that took place off the shores of Okinawa. While on picket duty for the rest of the fleet, the Laffey was attacked by over 50 Japanese aircraft. The Laffey was badly damaged by 4 bombs, 6 kamikaze crashes, and strafing runs that killed over 32 of the crew and wounded 71. As you can see, the USS Laffey survived that battle and was decommissioned in 1975. The actions that day earned the USS Laffey the nickname the ship that would not die. As we wrap things up today, I do want to mention our associate sponsor, Fairdrop.com. Usually the first step on any adventure is getting a great deal on a flight. Well, Fairdrop.com can help you with that. The app will send you notifications or emails of deals on flights from airports you select. The app and website are also searchable, so if you need to know the best time to book a flight, like say here from Dallas to Los Angeles, the app will tell you the best month to get the best deal. We've used Fairdrop.com to book our flights for this trip, and at the time of making this video, there was a great deal on flights from Dallas to Charleston. So click the link below to get more information and sign up. And just full disclosure, if you do sign up using our link, we do get a small commission to help support the channel. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.